I want you to look up the Tennessee Waffle House shooter, Travis Ryan King.
Tennessee Waffle House. Okay. The Nashville Waffle House shooting, a mass shooting occurred at a Waffle House restaurant in Antioch neighborhood. 29-year-old Travis Jeffrey Ryan King fatally shot 4 people, injured 2 others with an AR-15. Another 2 people were injured by broken glass. Ryan King was rushed by an unarmed customer, James Shaw Jr., who wrestled the rifle away and stopped the shooting spree. Ryan King was captured on April 23rd, ending a 34-hour manhunt. Due to severe schizophrenia, was initially found incompetent to stand trial and committed to a mental hospital. Later, that decision was changed, put on trial for 4 counts of first-degree premeditated murder. He was convicted on all charges February 4th, 2022. Okay, let's hear about it.
Yep. All right. So this fella was walking around my mom's town, Tremont. His dad didn't have any like wrangle on him. He was walking around like exposing himself to kids and other things throughout the day, and then kind of night stalking.
Okay.
He tried to break into my mom's house at night. Broke into the side garage. The alarm went off. She like barricaded herself in a room. He broke into the other one as the alarm was going off and was coming for her. He left after that, and the cops didn't do anything. There'd like been several reports of a prowler. So because of this individual named Travis Ryan King and this event where he'd actually like, I don't know what he was trying to do to my mom. Like probably she's just old. So he's like trying to take drugs or her jewelry, or I don't know if he's trying to rape her. I don't know what schizophrenics think about.
Who knows?
Maybe he was going to kill her.
He was
but
a
you're
big
just
Swiftie.
like, all right.
Did you know that? He was a big Swiftie. He had plans to marry
Oh yeah.
Taylor
He thought
Swift.
Taylor Swift was giving him the orders, right?
Yeah. And it says at one point he confused his coworkers by saying that he was gay while also claiming that he had plans to marry Taylor Swift. I mean, those two things could be.
I mean,
true.
you don't have to be gay to fuck Taylor Swift, but it helps.
Sure.
So this guy gets canned, and then Illinois comes out with a law that year or something to look like they did something where they say, okay, if you've ever been in a mental institution, you no longer have the right to use a firearm.
Pretty normal. Like I know there's some Second Amendment people who probably are like there should be no
okay. I'll tell you,
whatsoever.
but here's my issue. Here's my issue.
Okay.
I had a day where I had a lot of bad news, and I just kind of took off in my car, and I drove till I ran out of gas, and I just started walking down the highway, no shoes, didn't have my ID, nothing. I was done.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't take this anymore. And the cops picked me up. I didn't talk to them. The funniest thing was I had a bag around me that just had a pair of Christmas themed dress socks.
Okay.
The cop says, hey, can you take those? What do you got in the bag? And I just say Christmas socks. And he's like, what? And he comes up and he confiscates them. He's like, they're Christmas socks. And then they had me sit in the front, and I'm sitting there with the cuffs on me, and I'm sitting in the front seat. And the cop goes, can you put your seatbelt on? And I just look at him. I got my, what the fuck am I going to do? My hands are behind my back in cuffs. And he leans over and, puts the bidding on him. And I go to county. I don't want to talk to any cops. And I was catatonic at the time. So they take me to the funny room. They take me to the white room. So I was there for 10 days. Crazy stories. I had like a weird pedophile guy that he'd like rub his belly. There were no doors, so like you'd have people just up at all hours just kind of watching you.
Yeah.
Lights
on all the time.
Lights on all the time. I mean, in the first case when I got there, I took all my clothes and ran up and down the ward, and then the nurses came back and said, "You can't do that." And I said, "Well, I guess this is real. Give me my clothes. Thank you."
You weren't
and then
sure?
Stood out my time. Well, I mean, I clearly I was having a mental episode. I was like, "There's one way to know if this is real or not."
I mean, the fact that you had the like smarts to like, you're like, yeah, I'm not talking to the cops. I feel like someone who's
why talk to cops? What are they going to say? What are they going to say to me that I want to hear?
Yeah, that's true, but also like not incriminating yourself. Like generally, that's a savvy move.
Oh, I mean, I hadn't done anything illegal. I was literally charged with walking inappropriately for $300. I had to figure that out a month later. But anyway, so what happens is as soon as you get out, you find out that they've minted this new law that says you don't have Second Amendment rights. And you go, because you were put into a mental institution for any period of time whatsoever. And you go, okay. So you say, how do I get out of this? And they say, well, you need to wait 5 years and have a counselor or somebody figure out your thing. So I go, okay. So I wait 5 years. Keep in mind, I'm working jobs and paying taxes this whole time in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to file for, I forget that I have to go see a therapist to get this thing. I'm just like, oh, this is like 5 or 7 years later. They still won't give it to me. I don't have the right to like have a FOID card in Illinois. They're like, you shouldn't be around guns. I'm like, okay. So then I went and tried to go to a counselor and got scammed because I was sitting there with this guy and he says, well, you know, Trump's a narcissist and all this, and he's a rapist. You shouldn't vote for him. So, you know, if you want to vote for him, that's kind of a mental problem. And you're just sitting there going, yeah, that actually happened to me. And then this whole guy's office was like kind of scammy, like they'd forget bills and they'd call you back. And finally I had to threaten them and was like, don't ever call me again.
Yeah.
So the whole American experience of this, at least within like states like Illinois, they'll take these one-offs of places where the cops literally fucking do nothing. They don't check anybody. They don't stop like a guy who's like exposing himself to kids or like doing multiple things, like talking, like doing things where it's like, oh yeah, we noticed this, until finally like they actually have to like do work, which involves him like shooting up a Waffle House. And keep in mind, the cops didn't do anything here either.
Yes. And so how did this guy Ryan King get a gun? Because it says they did the same thing to him.
It's his dad. They actually look at the case. The state actually sued his dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And said like, you owned a gun safe, so you should have known better.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, like, so they're not just like taking away your rights. They're like, if anything bad happens,
I'm reading it here.
Anyone,
so it says here, according to the sheriff, so Ryan King got arrested by the Secret Service outside of the White House.
Secret Service, right.
Because he was trying to set up.
Keep in mind, like all this shit happens. Like the Fed and the state are a fucking joke. Like,
yeah,
I've got another story if you want to hear it.
But just or at least this part. So he wanted to set up a meeting with the president. The report notes he made reference to being a sovereign citizen and thus having the right to inspect the grounds of the White House. Entered in a different prosecution.
I'm sure that worked out for him.
Then Illinois authorities revoked his state firearms authorization, seized 4 of his weapons. According to the sheriff of Tazewell County, Illinois, Ryan King's father, who held a valid state authorization card, asked sheriff deputies if he could keep the guns. They'd allowed him to after he reassured them he would keep them secure and away from his son. His father then admitted later that he had reluctantly returned the guns to his son sometime before the shooting. So the dad gave them back.
Yeah, because in Illinois, there's practically nothing you can do. It's like if one person shows up and you got a FOID card and the other person does too, doesn't matter. Like anybody can shoot those guns.
Right.
So it's such a fake rule, but it's just like it doesn't prevent access. It only prevents who can buy.
Right. I mean, it's
like it's not a security protocol. It's just literally like doing nothing,
mm-hmm.
and then punishing anybody
kind
who,
of friction.
Like I mean, why would I even go through this? I could just drive to Indiana, buy a gun. If I'm some like criminal in Chicago, I just drive to Indiana or Wisconsin, buy a gun, come home.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you could drive to just the South Side and just.
Or I can go ask my dad for one.
Right.
Like it's not a problem. That's the thing that's so retarded about this. So at the same time, they can't like the state is so retarded in this state. Like we got J.B. Pritzker.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind that after they announced the new American color Oreos, the man was in the hospital 3 times this month.